Hello viewers and welcome to a new STM32 World video. Now this is not going to be a tutorial video in the normal sense, but rather a short heads up where I will announce or tell you about some plans that I made. And I suggest you hang around until the end of the video because there is actually something very interesting happening as well. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I guess, I made a couple of live streams where I designed a project from scratch in KiCAD. And I'm basically doing, it resulted in 3 live streams, one where I did the schematic design, one where I did the PCB, and one where I was ordering these PCBs on JLCPCB. I didn't check out the order because, quite frankly, I mean, this board in itself, I mean, it is good for exercise, but I don't really need it, so I didn't really want to run them. But I did the complete design to a point where they were ready to order. It basically contains a AW9523 GPIO expander, which is cool because it contains it includes an LED driver, which is, to my knowledge, the only one that have that feature, and it's quite interesting. Uh, but I actually did a while ago. I did. I don't know if I have a link up here. I think I do. Yes, I actually did some breakout boards with that GPIO expander years and years ago, and I took one of these and I actually soldered some RGB LEDs on it. This also happened several years ago, and I dug that out of my drawer, and let me show you. It doesn't pick up very well on the camera, but these LEDs, they look absolutely beautiful, and there are 5 LEDs. You can control the RGB uh, of those 5 LEDs completely, 256 levels of each color. Yeah, it's a cool device. And this device is essentially what I now designed a LED board where those LEDs are built in. So around this time, I approached JLCPCB and I asked them if they might be interested in sponsoring this. Of course, I'll mention that I am using them and give you a heads up about everything. So, uh, well, lo and behold, they actually agreed on that. So I now have ordered these boards, and I have ordered 20 of them, and I don't need 20 of them, so I'll probably be giving some away. I still haven't figured out exactly the format of that giveaway, but I'll get back to that. Now, one of the problems when you order from PCBs from JLC PCB, they are extremely cheap. I still can't get my head around how they do it for that price, but I never had a problem with them. Or I had a few minor ones, but it is minor, and they generally do a very, very, very good job at a very, very reasonable price. But the problem is, a board like this, for example, for 5, it would cost probably $10 to make 5 of these, or less than $10 to make 5 of these, all inclusive, the PCB, the components, and the mounting of those, assembly of those components. So in all these orders, the shipping actually becomes the biggest single item. So if I were to go ahead and order one of these boards or several of them, I might as well put something else on that order. Now, I know I'm privileged. Shipping from China to me with FedEx or DSL is roughly $15 or thereabout. So it's cheap. I know it's much more expensive if you want to ship to Europe or ship to US, and then you might have to deal with Trump's tariffs as well. I don't know. So I I know I'm privileged with this, but never mind. So I decided to put in some more boards on this same order. Now the first one I looked at was I have made a couple of rants about my an unknown CPU which is available called the STM32 F405. Now I speculate that this is in fact an STM32 F401, but I have no evidence from that. The datasheet for this MCU is in Chinese. I don't read Chinese, but the numbers are numbers, and they are usually quite readable. So best guess it is. So what I did was I designed an STM32 World MCU board with the F405, and I essentially put that on the same order. Now, while I was doing this, I also thought about something else, and that was I did a couple of videos, which, by the way, are some of my more popular videos on this channel, about using SD cards on the STM32. Now, for some of those videos, not all of them, I had a board with an SD card holder, but it was a specialized board. It also contains a display and some other stuff on that board. So what I did was I did a do-it-yourself SD card adapter by using one of those SD to micro SD adapters that you get for free every time you buy an SD card, more or less. And I made a bunch of those. Now, I'm not going to lie about this. They are actually quite tricky to make. The problem is that as you solder this on, you melt the plastic as well. And I would say I probably made 3 in one go, and only one of them was working. So they are a little bit tricky to deal with, these boards. So I thought, why not actually design my own SD card breakout board? So I did that, and it is a very, very simple circuit. There is a header and pull-up resistors and a couple of capacitors and the SD card holder in a very, very small little device. This is kind of how it's going to look. And while I was at that, I thought, again, because PCBs on JLCPCB, it costs $2 to $4 to make a PCB. It is nothing. And the components are cheap, and mounting is very cheap. So I thought I would also make an extension board for the STM32 World with an SD card slot on it. So that is 4 boards that I wanted to put on the same order, and I did that, and I agreed with JLCPCB on how to finance it, and at the time of recording this video, that order is actually in production here. So we have up here, we have my, can I do that? I can. Here we have the STM32 World breakout board. So it's basically got the stackable headers, and it's got the SD holder, it's got the pull-up resistors and capacitors, and then it's got some solder jumpers where you can configure whether you want this board to run in SDIO mode or SPI mode, or if you're running SPI, whether you want SPI 1, SPI 1 alternative, or SPI 2 or SPI 3. It is really rather simple, and there's not much to it. I also did the, I think I can click there, I did the SD card breakout, the basic one. Can I not? I think I can. Oh, I can do it here, I think. Or product details, I think. And then you go to parts placement, and you can show the board. Okay, it's a bit slow. Never mind. They say go to DFM analysis. Oh yeah, here it is. So this is essentially how that is going to look when it has been produced. So some pull-up resistors, a couple of capacitors, and an SD card holder, and that header. I'm going to solder those on manually once I'm done with that. So SD card. The third part of this order is that. Let's do that over here. Okay, let me get back to. Here we go. So this is basically the MCU. It's the boot button, the reset button, power supply, and you will notice over here the USB-C connector is missing, and there was an issue when I ordered it. I simply forgot to put this on. I know that. Fortunately, I have a stack of those, and I originally picked that one because it can be hand soldered. So I'm going to solder that one on myself. That is not a big deal. And besides, I don't need the USB to actually test this MCU. It's got crystal, so it's all good. I actually really look forward to playing with this STM32F402 because I suspect it is actually a 401. But I'll get back to that. Finally, down here we have the LED board. Oh, no, it worked. There we go. So it contains a GPIO driver, a couple of pull-up resistors for the I2C, and 5 LEDs hooked up to this board. So that is in production now, all of them. You'll see that they're all in production right now. Production process, let's take the LED board. No, let's not take the LED board. Let's take this one and look at the production progress. And you can see it has been drilled. It has been layers has been imaged on the outer layers. It has been copper deposition, that is the true hole thing, and they have gone through some tests and they have applied the solder mask, and right now it is on silk screen printing on this board, and it will probably be done today, I guess. The last order is a bit behind the LED board. That is because I actually ordered 20 pieces. So this one is still in production. They actually said this was going to take 3 days, where the others only take 24 hours. So yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, well, they make 20. That's probably another factory or something like that. I really don't know. But it'll all be here, and the mounting is all ready as well. So I guess this order will be done. I'm filming this on Wednesday. My guess is they'll all be done on Friday or Saturday, and then they'll ship, and I'll have them Monday or Tuesday next week in my hand. Now, I asked you to stick around, and I would really love your comments down below. I deliberately made 20 of these LED board, and if anybody are interested in actually getting one, I'm thinking about either giving them away or running some kind of lucky draw. I am not entirely sure whether I want to do it for Patreon subscribers, so you can head up over to Patreon and subscribe there, or people who have actually given me a super thanks on this channel. I could draw, and if there's only less than, say, 18, I could just send it to them, or if there's more than 18, then it will be some kind of lucky draw. I have not made up my mind. Please comment down below if you're interested, and tell me how you would prefer me doing this. I have checked. Shipping is actually the complicated thing for something like this, but I suspect, no guarantees, I don't know how it will work, but what I'm thinking is, if I simply stuff this into a bubble envelope and send it as a letter, it'll probably be fine. It'll probably reach, and that is really affordable. And okay, if one or two of them go missing, tough shit, I'll send another one. It's not a big deal. So I might actually choose just to send this as a letter. If I send it as a parcel, it'll cost me, I think the cheapest price I could get to United States, for example, is $15. Uh, so I mean that is silly. If I get a super thanks of $10, then it costs me $55 to actually say thank you for that. That will not work for me. I'm not going to do that. Notice that, of course, all these have all the production files on GitHub, so you can order your own if you want. Just go to JLCPCB and order your own, and you will have it like a week or 12 days later or something like that. It's not a problem. It's okay. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you think and what you would like. I mean, the reason I do this heads up video is, of course, that next week when I get these devices, there will be some videos. I'm probably going to make a new video about this breakout board and show how that works, and whether it works, and how it works and how fast it works. I am definitely going to dig into the STM32 F402 MCU, and I really look forward to that. And I am going to play with that LED board. I have my old one, as I showed earlier. The old one is running. This is the same GPIO expander, but the new board will be easier to wire up, and it will look better, and the LEDs would be built in this one. I just soldered some, I don't know if I can show this, let me try. There. I just soldered some LEDs directly on this GPIO expander. It's oh well, it's actually fairly neat the way I soldered it on, but yeah, it would be better to have a board with the LEDs built in. So that is about all I wanted to say today. As usual, please comment below if you want to see any of these future videos. Please like and subscribe. Like is appreciated, but subscribe so you get a notification when the next video go up, or I do another live stream. Oh, I'm probably going. This is actually interesting. I'm going to mention this. I forgot. JLPCB. They were very nice to talk to. I talked to a nice guy there, and it was but they have some very rigid policies, and they're not easy. And their first contract suggestions, I just couldn't accept it. So we kind of negotiated back and forth. I'm not going to go into details about the problems and what I didn't like about it, but one of the requirements that they actually had early on, JLCPCB, was that I was supposed to do an unboxing video. I don't do unboxing videos, so I just flat out rejected that. Say I'm not going to do an unboxing video. That's not happening. That's not what I do on my channel. But after I rejected this, and JLCPCB accepted that, I actually thought it could be fun. So I am probably, when I receive this box of goodies, I am probably going to make a short unboxing video where I show the stuff like I received it from JLCPCB before I go into each of the individual products. So expect, I might do that as a live stream, I don't know. Expect that to happen probably next week, early next week, when I get this stuff. And then there will probably be an unboxing video, even though I'm not actually, I don't have to do that for JLCPCB, but I might do it just for fun, just for kicks and giggles. As I said, I have never done an unboxing video, but I know they're popular, so why not do one? I'll go out on my balcony, get my wife to be a cameraman or something like that. I haven't really thought about the setup. I might do that. I might do that. So anyway, that's about it. So as said earlier, as usual, have a wonderful rest of the day.